Jun, introduction. Hello, everyone. I'm Jun, and our group is really excited to share some amazing insights from the book Atomic Habits by James Clear, a fantastic guide to building and maintaining good habits. Today, we'll be focusing on 3 powerful chapters, 2, 5, and 6, each of which offers unique and practical strategies that we can all apply in our daily lives. In Chapter 2, we'll explore the relationship between habits and our identity. Chapter 5 will show us how to make new habits easy to adopt, and Chapter 6 will teach us how to make good habits even more attractive. We hope you'll find inspiration and useful ideas from our presentation today. So, let's get started. To begin, Fu will talk about a powerful message from Chapter 2.
Hi, I am Fu, and for my part of the presentation, I would like to share one of the most powerful ideas from Chapter 2. The quote is, "Every action is a vote for the type of person you wish to become." At first, I had to pause and think about it. What does that mean? But then I realized, it means that every action, even our everyday habits, is shaping who we are. Every time we do something, it's like casting a vote for the kind of person we are becoming. For example, if you study every day, you are not just preparing for a test. You are casting a vote to become a focused and hardworking student. If you help others, you are voting to be a kind and supportive person. For me, I want to become a better student and feel more confident in myself. So I have started paying more attention to my small actions. I make it a priority to finish my assignments on time, even when the topic is hard or I'm feeling tired. I also push myself to speak up in class discussions, even when I feel nervous or unsure. At first, these actions didn't feel like a big deal. But over time, I've come to see that every time I do them, I'm casting a vote for the version of me I want to become. So, if we want to change who we are, we have to start by changing what we do in our daily lives. First, we have to determine who we want to be. Then, take small steps that match that identity. Over time, those small votes add up and win the election. And slowly, that new identity will begin to show up. So now, when I think about my actions, I ask myself, who am I voting to become today? And also, who do I want to become? Because once I know the answer, I believe my actions will bring me closer to that version of myself, one small vote at a time. Next, Victoria will show us how she used an amazing strategy from Chapter 5.
Hello everyone, I'm Victoria, and I'm really excited to share some insights from Chapter 5 of Atomic Habits. In this chapter, James Clear talks about the idea of habit stacking, which means making new habits easier to start by connecting them to habits you already do every day. For example, he shared that he built the habit of stretching by doing it right after he made his morning coffee. For me, I've used habit stacking to make my study sessions much more effective. Every morning, right after I brush my teeth, I go over my vocabulary flashcards before my medical terminology class at 9 a.m. By adding this new habit to my morning routine, it's become so much easier to stay consistent with my daily vocabulary practice. Thanks to this strategy, I was able to score 85.56% on my recent exam, which felt amazing. I couldn't believe that simply adding a small activity right after something I already do each day could make such a big difference. But the 85.56% I got on my exam last week proves that what the book says really works. If I can do it, I truly believe you all can too. Now, Jun will share how Chapter 6 helped him change his environment so that studying became easier for him.
Thanks, Victoria. Today I want to talk about one idea from Atomic Habits, Chapter 6. The idea is, motivation is overrated. Environment often matters more. This means we don't always need more willpower, we need a better environment. Let me tell you a story from my own life. Last year, I wanted to study more at home. I told myself, I will study hard every day. But it didn't work. When I came home, I always sat on my bed, checked my phone, and watched videos. I felt lazy, and I thought I had no motivation. Then I read this chapter. It says that the environment can shape your behavior. That gave me an idea. So, I changed my room. I moved my desk near the window, where it was bright. I put my books and notebooks on the desk. I even placed a small sign that said, "Focus time," on the wall. And I made a rule, no phone on the desk. Guess what? It worked. When I sat at that desk, I didn't feel lazy anymore. I felt ready to study. I didn't need to push myself. The environment helped me. In the book, the author tells a story about a hospital. They didn't ask people to drink more water. They just put water bottles in more places. People started choosing water more often, without anyone telling them to. That's the power of the environment. It makes the good choice easy and obvious. So now, I believe this. If you want to change your habits, don't wait for motivation. Change your space. Make the good habit the easy one.
And that wraps up our presentation. Last but not least, we truly hope that the ideas and insights we've shared from chapters 2, 5, and 6 of Atomic Habits have inspired you and given you practical strategies to incorporate into your daily life. Remember, even the smallest changes, when done consistently, can lead to remarkable results over time. Thank you all so much for your attention and enthusiasm towards us, and we look forward to hearing about your own success stories in building great habits. Thank you again, and we wish you all the best on your habit journey. Thank you for listening our group.